If you enjoy listening to inspirational stories from people just like us, facing the fear and doing it anyway, then you're in the right place. My name is Claire Hill, and this is the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Hello everybody, episode 19. Today I am talking to you about how to create your own warrior energy. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what warrior energy is, the story about where it's come from, the concept, and and how you can make it for yourself. I do go on about warrior energy a lot over at Claire Hill Coaching, but I needed to dedicate a whole podcast episode to it. So I am. As I said at the beginning of the year, every other episode is going to be a solo episode. I've got some amazing people coming up. I'm like, amazing. This podcast, I'm so pleased in the direction it's going. It's just brilliant. And if you do have anybody in mind or you want to get on yourself, then just let me know and we can have a chat. So, warrior energy. I believe that the energy that you have and that you need to run a small business, be a human being, be, a parent if you are a parent, and just operate in your life. You don't actually need to have a small business. You need to preserve your energy. Your energy is the most important thing in the world. My energy is. It's more important to me than my son. Now, saying those words makes me feel a bit sick, actually, but it's true, because if I don't look after my energy, I cannot be the mum he deserves. I would still be his mum and I'll still look after him, but if it was life or death, I'm talking just in case anyone's thinking this, and I respect you lot. You're not going to think like that, but just in case, I preserve this energy, and I reserve this energy when my energy levels are low. I literally reserve it for Jackson, my husband, and myself, and my business. Business comes last, actually, when my reserves are low. But it's about training yourself to recognize when your reserves are low. So at the minute, I'm working on growing two businesses. So Vivid is bloody brilliant. I've got really exciting things coming up. I've got this new design that I've made in my head, and oh my God, I can't wait to make it. Like, literally, it is a treat. I'm actually on the 13th of February starting the 100-day challenge. If you're a maker, over at the Vivid Club, though you can only get into the Vivid Club if you book a space on the master lesson, so get involved. But people that are creative, we're doing a 100-day challenge, so we're making something every day for 100 days. And I'm really excited about it. What I might do is create a big collection and donate some of the profits to Refuge, because that's my charity for the year. But anyway, I'm very excited about it. But one of the elements of growing warrior energy is being creative and having the magic. But growing Vivid and putting my joy and my passion and my love for boldness and colour into those products, it creates so much joy, but you are giving a little bit of you with everything. I had a really cool meeting today about wholesale, and I was just saying, like, when I work with independent stockists, I need to understand that they understand how much joy goes into these products. Like, and I've said this before, when I'm wrapping them up and they go, I worry about every single order, because they're like, I've got thousands of children now, or I've got thousands of wire children. But I take so much care and I enjoy making every single order. So that's how I feel. When I send them off, I get a little bit worried. But anyway, so that Viv is growing really well. But obviously with the coaching, I'm enjoying it so much. The impact I'm having, I'm being, all my clients and the students on the master lesson are saying that they're really, really enjoying it. And more than that, it's not only helping to grow their business, but it's impacting positively on their life and their families. And it's a little bit overwhelming that what has worked for me is working for other people. So I created this concept of warrior energy for myself more than anybody. And now I get to share it, and it works because I was going through a period of working on my own a lot. I had a lot on my plate, lots of things going on in my life. And I just needed some kind of structure. What I call it is like my pick and mix toolkit of things that I would do every single day to make me feel good and myself. I grew up in, I didn't have I've said this before, but I didn't have the most fun childhood. And as a result, part of my brain is programmed to think negatively. It takes comfort in the chaos because of how I grew up. Now, that is after studying my master's in leadership of inclusion and specialising in trauma-informed education. I now understand the, physiological purpose for that, and actually how we're not physiological, psychological purpose for that, and how we adapt to our surroundings to help us get through it. But you carry that part of your brain in, I'm 37 and I still have that piece of my brain, but I can manage it, and I manage it really well. Some days, and this is what I'm telling you about this, because over the last few days, my mindset I've found challenging to control. It's taken a lot of energy to even just be able to be motivated to work. And this isn't, this is absolutely normal. The reason why it's happening is because I'm going through a huge period of growth in my businesses, and how bringing the next project I've got for the coaching, bringing that out and promoting it and showing people that I've created these programs because this is what I needed. And it is a way for creative brains to push through this element of self-doubt. That's why I've created it, but it does take it out of me. So I got into a bit of a funk last week, but the thing is, it wasn't that bad of a funk. I still showed up. I still did my lives. I still showed up on my stories. I felt good. I felt happy. I could tell you what I was grateful for. I wasn't being negative, but there was like a drag to that. There was a drag to my energy because of how much energy it took to keep that mindset going. So I came up with this concept of warrior energy through a period where I was struggling properly through this. And I worked out that if I listened to a few favourite songs every day, I felt really good. If I wrote, morning pages was a big turning point for me. And I'm going to do a podcast all about morning pages. And I started writing, getting up early, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I started writing 3 A4 sides every single day. And those morning pages really are one of the most magical tools. And if I can try and convince everybody to do it. Everyone's intimidated about it, but it gives me the energy I need to run my businesses in the right way. And like I said before as well, I take myself out of the equation. So I need to get up and write those morning pages so that I can show up for the person that needs to hear about warrior energy today, that's going to actually go on and have a really amazing day and make some money because they've heard that, or being able to fill their cup up and be the best mum that they needed to be that day. So when I do the morning pages, I'm focusing on why I do it, not the actual task, because it does get like getting up at 5 a.m. Oh my God. But I have to do it. So I do the morning pages, and I also listen to my favorite songs, and I move. I walk every day. Every single day I walk, and I bloody love it. I also wear lipstick. Lipstick is my go-to. Like, I bloody love wearing lipstick. But that's for me. And I also, one of the things I did at the weekend, I turned my phone off for 24 hours. All of these little things are like part of a menu of how to create your own warrior energy. And we're going to come back in a minute to what warrior energy is and how then you can create it. So warrior energy, if you, again, you probably know this, but warrior energy is feeling magic because of what you do for a living. Like you wake up and you feel that magic in your heart. So whether you're creative or you're service-based or you're a physio. I was saying that because I know my friends, or a doctor, or, an occupational therapist. I was just saying all my friends' jobs. All of those things, but feeling magic because of your talent, that is what warrior energy feels like. Also, you feel obsessed by what you're doing every day and you feel inspired by yourself. That's part of warrior energy. Having courage to feel when you embrace fear and do it anyway. So having the courage to feel the fear and go, yep, and then embrace it anyway is part of warrior energy. Warrior energy is also knowing who you are, what you stand for, where you're going, and not giving a fluff what people think. The biggest tool for that is the morning pages, because you get to know yourself really, really well when you're writing every day. Feeling motivated to get up and get shit done. It's all about overcoming those doubts and designing the life of your dreams. I have doubts, just have to overcome them. Doubts are normal. They're not real, like they're not true, but they're normal. And having confidence in every action you take, because you know that it's going to drive you forward, but it also, that drive then weaves into your family life and relationships, and it makes like the whole of your life good. I talk a lot about warrior energy as well because it does make you more money. And it makes you more money because when you feel magic about what you do and what you sell, it creates joy, and people want to buy that joy. They want it. I do it as well. It's not something you can really control, because when you sense the joy that someone feels about what they make, it's like a magnet and it draws you in. And then you hand over your cash. I've done it loads of times. And I know when it's happening as well, but I still, because then I can't stop thinking about that joy. When you feel more grateful, so when you're feeling grateful in your business and you feel grateful about your life because you're seeing more good things come, you'll see more opportunities. Doing a gratitude list every day is really good. We're going to come on to that in a minute of how you can create this warrior energy for yourself. When you feel motivated, you spend more time on the work that serves what you're trying to achieve. So your vision, you're not procrastinating, you're not making yourself busy over here doing shit things like tidying tissue paper, or, I get sucked into procrastination like the rest of them. But when I'm motivated, I'm very disciplined and I get work done that actually serves my vision. When you overcome doubts, it increases your self-belief. If you believe in yourself more, that creates more joy. If you create more joy, people want to buy it. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything as well. And improving your confidence through warrior energy in yourself and your business means that you will feel happier outside of your work, and then make more joy and make more sales. Feeling confident about the direction you're heading in, feeling confident about the prices you charge for your beautiful work, or getting the salary that you deserve, or charging the hourly rate you do for your services because they're shit hot. That is all about warrior energy. That belief that roars up inside you and ignites you, that is warrior energy. And I have spoken about transforming all of that warrior energy to warrior energy. I help you transform your warrior energy to warrior energy through the Vivi Club, the master lesson, all of the other coaching that I do, because I help you create your own pick and mix toolkit to match your day. So this is not about following what I do. It's about using your own life, your own passions, your own enjoyments to create your own pick and mix toolkit. So some of the things that we have on a toolkit are: be spontaneously creative. Just make something. Just make something you want, whether that's a recipe that you want for dinner or putting an outfit together that just has got so much beautiful color and you're just going to Tesco, who cares? Or making something that you do for your business. Like I've got, making this design I've got in my head. I'm desperate to do it, and I've reserved some time to do it tomorrow. And I'm so excited because it's just making for the sake of making, because that's where the joy is. It's being creative for you, nobody else. You're not going to sell it necessarily. You're making it because your brain thought up that idea and your hands need to make it. I've said this earlier, 3 A4 sides of random thoughts. That's what the morning pages are. People say, I can't write for that much. I bet you can talk for that much though. If you just literally write the thoughts that you're thinking, like you're talking to yourself. Go for a drive and a sing. I love that. Driving and singing, obviously concentrating. Reading a book. So whether it's just an easy read, like a fun novel, like a bit of a romance, or it's an empowering self-development book, either of those, 20 minutes or even 10 minutes, just a tiny amount of time, can really help you to create your own warrior energy. Not snoozing your alarm gives you so much energy. And even though you feel really uncomfortable in those first 5 minutes when you get up and you refuse to go back to bed, I've never ever regretted not snoozing an alarm. I've regretted snoozing an alarm, but not the opposite. And you're only feeling uncomfortable for a short amount of time. It honestly, just try it. It's really hard the first few times, but it's worth it. I also go do this, and last night when I did the final master lesson from January's cohort, I said, have any of you ever turned your phone off for 24 hours? And they all said no. I love doing that. My brain, it's like I turn the radio off and I can hear what's really going on, and I get so much done. I love it. And I'm actually going away this weekend with Dan and Jackson, and I'm turning my phone off for 48 hours. Oh my God. 48 hours, like 2 whole days of no phone, but it's going to be amazing. And definitely when they do my screen report on Monday, the percentage is going down. Write a list of 10 things you're grateful for is really good. Helping you to stay disciplined is in the Pomodoro technique. And drink more water. Drink more water is one of these things on the warrior energy. I've got a really extensive menu, and actually in the master lesson that I'm starting on Tuesday, the 8th of February, so it's less than a week away, we've got a whole menu in how we design our own toolkit as part of the first session. But the most important part of warrior energy is helping you to understand you can create it for yourself. I give you all the tools, and then you just collect them all up and make it your own. And then you do it daily. Creating warrior energy is a daily task. I'm not saying you have to do all the things. I would suggest that you have like 5 things in your toolkit, maybe 4, but you can pick and mix each day. You don't have to do them all every day, but you do have to do at least one every day. I was talking to one of my clients the other day. I know she listens to this, so she knows who I'm talking about. But she's created her toolkit, and part of her toolkit, one of them is not snoozing the alarm. And when she had done it for like 2 weeks, she'd seen a really positive impact. She'd made more time in her day. She was getting better sleep, loads of positives to just not snoozing the alarm. And then I said to her, you're going to have a day where you do snooze the alarm to see how you used to feel, and going backwards in that's how you used to feel every day by snoozing the alarm. And like, people just, it seems so simple, but the stress hormone increasing in your system when you wake up by snoozing the alarm, you're already stressed before you started your day. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, she accidentally snoozed the alarm, or it didn't go off, the alarm didn't work properly. And she really struggled, like she found the day more challenging than she did before. And I was like, yes, this is brilliant. She was like, what do you mean? I said, well, now you know how it feels to snooze. You know that snoozing the alarm is not going to give you the warrior energy you need to have the day that you want. She was like, oh my God. Now, this is the thing. People say, I haven't got time to create warrior energy. I need to find time. Snoozing the alarm takes no time. You actually get time from that. And the energy, it's not about time with warrior energy. It's about energy, because when you've got the energy, you can achieve twice as much in half an hour than you would without energy. You actually give yourself time by ensuring you've got enough warrior energy in your cup to get through the day. And on that note of cups, as you might have been watching my lives, Monday, Wednesday, Friday over on Claire Hill Instagram, I pour a cup of warrior energy. And I actually got my mugs. I got them in, like, they came in the order, and I've got notes, books as well. They're so good. They're going out to all my clients. And then I'm going to start sending them on my website, on Vivid's website, because everybody needs a cup of warrior energy, don't they? So I'm pretty chuffed with them. Anyway, that's all from me today. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I am off to Blackwood Forest, I think, somewhere in Hampshire. And we've got a hot tub for 3 days. So I can't wait. I can't wait to rest properly. Hope you all have a wonderful week and get creating your warrior energy. How cheesy was that? But also, quickly, you can book your space on the next master lesson until 6 o'clock on Tuesday, the 8th of February. We start at 7:30 on the 8th of February. Can't wait to see you there. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast, written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Phil Vidler.